What's going on, football fans? It's your NFL analyst here, getting you ready for Week 3, and we're gonna preview our AFC game of the week right now. And it's an interconference game. We tend to do this at times, but it's the 2-0 Atlanta Falcons at the 2-0 San Diego Chargers. Let's start with the Atlanta Falcons, coming off a huge win against the Denver Broncos, picking Peyton Manning off 3 times in the first quarter. At that, this team is a lot different because remember, 8 months ago, excuse me, we saw a Falcons team that only put up 2 points in the playoffs against the New York Giants. And that won't get the job done in any game, especially the playoffs. But they've really revamped themselves. They scored 40 in a tough environment in Kansas City. And they scored 27 against a up-and-coming Broncos defense. So I'm really impressed with them around the board. For the Falcons to succeed, they need to play like they did in 2010. And Matt Ryan needs to play his own game, not expecting to get into a shootout with a guy like a Drew Brees who's in his division, or a Cam Newton. He just has to go small, short, intermediate, like he's accustomed to doing his whole career and what he did in college as well. And most importantly, they need to use Tony Gonzalez over the middle because he's a huge mismatch across the middle for those safeties and those linebackers. You can't stop you can't stop a tight end. So that's what they need to do. And defensively, there's still some question marks, but they have Dante Robinson and they have Asante Samuel, and that could be a pretty good cornerback tandem in the National Football League this year. They have a tough test this week, going to San Diego, flying across country, and playing an improved San Diego Chargers team. Can they get the win? Now, we're going to talk about the San Diego Chargers. They always seem to do this, start off well, and then struggle in the middle of the season toward the end of the season. Haven't made the playoffs 2 years in a row. And Norv Turner is my number one coach that's on the hot seat right now, along with a few others. But Phillip Rivers, you never know what you're going to get from him. I think he's a top 10 quarterback. He could be top 5 if he played a little harder than me. I'm not denying that the guy isn't good, but I need to see a little bit more from him. Offensively, they have a lot of question marks. They're without Vincent Jackson, so Antonio Gates is really going to be the key guy for them, but he can't stay healthy. Robert Meacham, we've never seen him be a number 1 wide receiver. He was usually a 2 or 3, especially with that system in New Orleans. Defensively, I'm impressed. They have Eric Weddle and Sean Phillips, and those are their 2 key guys on defense for the San Diego Chargers. This is a huge game for them. They beat 2 subpar teams so far in the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. This is a huge game for them. Let's see who can come out on top, and I like the Falcons in this one. Falcons 34, Chargers 27. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for our intriguing game of the week tomorrow, AFC title game rematch, Patriots, Ravens.